Hello, I'm Nige.
I'm Anders. Welcome to the second episode of Supermarket Battle, Asda versus Morrisons. Um, what have we done? We've basically bought teas and coffees, all of the teas and all of the coffees from these two supermarkets, and where they match up,
We have a battle.
we do. So what are we doing today?
We're doing green teas. And we thought, well, I thought, because I suggested this, let's get them out of the way.
Oh, you're such a downer on the green tea, man.
Oh, no, last battle that I had with Tesco's and Sainsbury's Tesco's was the worst tea I'd ever drunk, their green tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But anyway, I've got green tea Oasis, which is Morrison's green tea offering.
Okay, and I've just got bog standard Asda green tea. There we go.
Now,
Um,
very interestingly,
yes.
instruction-wise, Morrison suggested you boil the kettle and leave it for 2 minutes, then pour it onto the tea bag.
Yeah.
Because green tea's meant to be below 95 degrees.
I normally brew at around between 75 and 80.
Yes, that's the sort of sweet 75. And so
Yeah.
by letting that those 2 minutes, you're putting boiling water into green tea ends up overly bitter. It's just not nice, really.
Yeah.
So yes, and
It
it was
says leave it for 2 minutes to
two to
cool.
3 minutes.
What I
Oh, the
will
cook
do,
time once the tea bag's in is about three. We did 3 minutes.
3 minutes. What I will say about those 2 minutes is because I've got a kettle with a temperature on it, because I'm a
Yeah. What did it come down to then?
95.
Oh, well, that's acceptable for a green tea. Just it's on the outer limit.
Outer limit. I wouldn't normally do that myself, but
No.
there we go. So, and you noticed, as well as I did, actually, you mentioned it first, but I had noticed that the Morrison's is a lot darker, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, before we get to that, we'll come back to the dark. Asda's instructions were a bit wishy-washy, weren't they?
Shall I read you? I read you
Yeah.
them. They
You
say,
need a bit of prior knowledge about green tea for their instructions to work.
yeah, use one tea bag per person per cup. Well, obs. Yeah. Boil freshly drawn cold water and allow to cool slightly before pouring. I mean, what slightly? Before pouring and then infuse for 3 minutes, which is
Yes.
again, I think upper echelons. I tend to brew mine for about 2:30. Um, there are instructions on the other side there that say avoid a bit of brew. Green tea is wonderfully delicate when the bag is left in for no more than 3 minutes. So it is saying that 3 minutes is the
Your
absolute
upper
max.
limit. Yes. Yes. Darkness. Morrison's tea is really quite a bit darker. We've taken a photo just so you can see, dear
Yeah.
viewers. Uh, yeah, and you likened Morrison's tea to what, Anders?
Well, the sort of wee you have after a night out.
A sort of
Warming up for
dehydrated wee wee colour.
the idea it is a dehydrated wee
Oh,
wee colour,
how
whereas the Asda's
appetizing.
looks more acceptable.
Yes. So, which wee wee are we going to drink first?
Your choice. I chose last week.
Oh, I think we'll go for the lighter one first.
Shall we do that?
That's
Okay.
that's Asda. So this is Asda's green tea.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Chin chin. And I've talked about this before, I think.
Yep.
Um, I go to the cinema. If I'm expecting to see a great film and it isn't great, but is quite good, I'm still disappointed.
I know where this is leading.
Okay. And also when you're expecting an awful film and it's a bit better than just awful, you think, oh, that wasn't bad. That was all
That was
right.
quite a. yeah, expectations were quite low for this, weren't they?
Yeah, and this
Uh,
hasn't crashed as much as I thought it would.
no,
Now it does have that kind of grassiness that you don't really like.
it's not. You've got a little bit of grassiness, and then something happens in the middle where you've got nothing, no taste,
Yeah.
and then you get quite a nice sweetness at the
Yes,
back end.
you do.
I like a lot.
Um, do you know what? That's all right.
Yeah, looking
Again,
at the green teas I've had in the past, this is yeah okay. It's not bad. It's very drinkable.
yeah,
Should we have a go at Morrison's now?
let's do it.
Cheers.
Okay. Okay. Again, I must learn that first mouthful is a readjustment mouthful.
Mm,
It's a kind of just taking away.
that's much fuller, and it's got the
It's a
sort
lot
of
fuller.
you've got a dry. There's a dryness to the right at the back end when it fades off as well.
Yeah. Again, I was expecting an absolute car crash of a green tea here. It's not that bad.
Well, it's been quite an adjustment trying to get dehydrated wee wee out my head when tasting this. Oh, this right. These are almost like two different teas.
They are. Yeah.
The Asda's quite a delicate,
Subtle.
subtle,
Yeah.
where, where the Morrison's is a lot more over the head with the cricket bat.
Yeah. It's grabbing you by the lapels and shouting, I'm green tea.
It is. I don't know which one I prefer because they've both got the good points and they both. Let's have a little break. We'll finish these off and we'll get back to you with our conclusions.
Well, you've made your mind up, you say.
Yeah, they changed a bit as they cooled.
Mm-hmm.
The Morrison's got less in your face and mellowed a bit, and actually the Asda one got a bit more oomph.
Okay.
So I prefer the Asda one.
So do I.
Yes, it's quite
So do
evenly
I.
blended.
I think they both deteriorated a little bit. In my mind, they both deteriorated a little bit.
Well, the second time I gave that bit of a break, and then I
Yeah.
went in with the Morrisons first, and then I went to that one,
Yeah.
the Asda. So
And I found the Morrisons, once it had cooled down a bit more, I found it quite repugnant. Really, I didn't like it.
I actually
Why I'm
found it a
going in
little
again,
bit
I
more
don't know, but it's
acceptable.
awful.
But I mean, you are a green tea connoisseur anyway. I mean, you drink green tea every morning. Only
I
the
do.
finest leaf tea, of course. Anyway, so that's a win for Asda.
That's the first conclusive decision in all the two programs we've done so far.
Was that a draw last week?
It was a draw last week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it was.
Yeah. So there we go. That's green tea from Asda or Morrison's. Which one should you go for? Well, we think the Asda. It has that
Yes.
little bit more subtlety and nuance to it. Whereas, yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Cheerio.
Goodbye.